2024. It's been a crazy year. It's been a crazy year. Especially with merchandise. It is really crazy. Some ups, some downs. But man, this year is it was definitely one of the better years as in the last couple of years. So, let's do a quick rundown of what had been shown or released this year in terms of merchandise. So yeah, a lot of stuff has happened. Of course, you got the All Angels Go show, which is going on its third year. I don't really watch the show. I'm sorry, it's not for me. I don't really like, most kids shows, honestly. I mean, Thomas the Tank Engine and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, it is kid shows, but at least it took itself a little more serious. All Angels Go is not for me. It's not for me. But it's going for its third year, whether you like it or not. At least it's better than nothing. It could be like, I don't know. It could be like one of those Hasbro's IPs where you just have nothing, I guess. Merchandise has definitely gone up as the last couple of years. But man, this year was just through the roof, man. Like, merchandise is just so good, man. You got some good, some bad. But let's talk about first the motorized line. A line where you have the toy, you shove some battery inside and flick a switch and watch it go around the track. But then it has so many iterations to it. There's just so much just to take in. You have Trackmaster Revolution, which is motorized, but different manufacturing process. And then you have Trackmaster Classic, which was run by two companies, which that was a direct sequel to the Tomy Playrail, slash Motorola Rail line. But then that line is not dead because it's still alive in some Asian countries. So we have two motorized line, one of them is from Asia, another one in everywhere else in the world. They both are essentially the same. You put a battery in, they run, boom. But they're different on what they do, models, and even characters. But this year for motorized has been quite good as of recently. They rebranded the logo a couple of times, so that's cool. I kind of like the new logo, but it's kind of a bitch to get a PNG of it. They released Toby, which this is by far the most accurate we had in a while. I didn't really look into it in the Toby video, but now looking at it, it looks so fucking good. It just looks amazing. Then we got a motorized Henry, which is kind of surprised since he was not really much in the show. So it's honestly pretty good. I wish to have it, but we'll get to that later. The talking engines. Oh man, the talking engines. Whew. Some new sets. One of them even having a talking Bruno, a talking brake van. Not even Trackmaster Classic could have done this. Look, this shit is so cool. It's just so amazing. I just love it. Of course, it's only available in a set, but man, I love my Bruno, the original Bruno I have, and it makes me want to get this talking Bruno because it's just that cool. What? They also have a talking Bostro set. I mean, the Bostro model doesn't talk, but it does have a bridge that actually has his voice lines. Fucking Bostro, showed up and basically fucking died. Well, not really died, but he was just there. He did some bad things. Not really. He didn't really deserve it, but then he was beached and then just never seen again. Yeah, he got a talking model. He got a talking model. What? What? This is just so. What? I am just flabbergasted. I really am flabbergasted. Oh, but we haven't got to. They made a talking Emily. A talking Emily, the first ever talking Emily. And the pack looks so good. She have her coach? A coach that isn't hard to find online? What? I really want this model. This looks so good. And honestly, better looking than the other Emily's, except Classic. But even then, it just looks so good, man. But here's the thing, though. And I can't wait until they make a talking Henry, because damn well they're gonna make a talking Henry since they already made the talking Gordon. And then I hope they make a motorized Edward, and then later make a motorized Edward talking Edward thing. Only one could wish, though. Only one could wish. But man, some of this most recent stuff, it just looks so good. Like this construction kind of design. It just look at this, man. This shit looks cool. It comes with Terrence, bro. I mean, this motherfucker has the biggest chin ever I ever seen in my life. This chin could compete with the Crimson Chin. I just love the construction stripes, the beast stripes on it. So and same with Carly as well. Like, it just looks so good, especially with her trucks as well. Why do I want this? Like, why do I want this? I like, it just looks so good. But enough riding the Mattel shaft. The one thing I will complain is that the distribution is absolutely ass. Like, I didn't say this in a motorized video, but after like the last couple years of Trackmaster Revolution, the distribution has been kind of whack. And now with motorized, it is complete dog shit. Like, Mattel, what are you doing? How is one of your own brands not being up to stock? I went to a Target. Okay, I looked at some stuff. I saw some Transformers stuff. It's not really like as stock, but I fucking found a Ratchet. Like that was released like last year. Like, it was like I found 2 Ratchets. Pretty good, especially when you see the resale market. But then, of course, I looked around, see, you know, and then remember, oh, where's the Thomas stuff? I didn't find any! And there was no Thomas shelf anywhere. I went through the entire toy section, nothing. Like, how can I find Transformer Ratchet from a year ago, but I can't find any of the Thomas stuff? Hello? What? Hello? Huh? Like, Mattel, what are you doing? And it's not even like the company's like not like distributing. They're distributing the Cars toys. They're distributing Barbies. They're like shelf fulls of them. But then there's nothing. There's nothing for Thomas and stuff. But their other brands, there's like 10 billion of them, which is really annoying too. It doesn't help that Walmart just stops just stocking up 2-packs, like the standard pack, for some weird reason. But like, why? Why do you stop selling a 2-pack or the standard pack? Like, I remember going to this Walmart. This is the old Trackmaster style, dude. And then now it's just reduced to like it's really annoying, you know. Now they only just stock up 3-packs, and the only way to get the 2-pack is just getting them online, or you know, a Target, if the Target even has a Thomas section. So yeah, distribution is shit, and it's such a shame too, because I really love like going to the store and seeing what they got, and then maybe if I see something interesting, I buy it. Like, that's how I got my diecast Edward and Henry. Like, they just stocked them at that Walmart. Like that's why I like it. I mean, I could buy it on Amazon for like triple the price, and you know, it's a guaranteed like to get it, but it's just not the same, man. Especially when you pay like double the price. But we're not even done. Like, Play-Rail. Oh man. It just hurt, man. It just hurt. They did release some engines, some cool stuff, but it's just like they released a Nia Bruno whiff set, which comes with 1 motor and then like 2 push along. Even though the wheels are orange, so it would just look awful in the whip. But yeah, but they also later released them individually, so you can get an individual whiff with the correct wheels. Same with Bruno. What the fuck? Okay, I haven't watched the show, but why the fuck is Bruno? Why doesn't Bruno have his motor right? Can someone okay, leave it in the comments? All right. I have never watched. Is the Bruno like an engine, or like a caboose engine kind of thing? Cause like, why is he motorized in this? Unless it's just Play-Rail just saying, you know what? Who cares? Who gives a shit? And the sets. Oh man, the sets. Pretty sure Play-Rail is in their Trackmaster Revolution phase. Most of the sets are just gimmick sets, honestly. And then the sets are not even like gimmick sets; they're just boring oval sets. Like, and then this is the Thomas Climb Up Action Rail Kit, but you know, just isn't the same, man. It just isn't the same. Also, doesn't help that the Play-Rail has been going downhill with their main Thomas stuff as well. So yeah, it's such a shame, man. It's just a shame. Um, yeah, it's a shame. But coming next year, oh my god, next year is gonna be crazy. They're gonna raise a Donald, a fucking Donald. All right, they're gonna raise a Donald. All right, a Donald. What was the last time we seen a Donald? More than 11 years ago. 11 years ago. 11 years ago we last seen a Donald, man. And we're getting Donald now? What? Huh? Also, he's like released in the European countries, the UK countries, like UK and Australia, but not here in America. So he's actually available now, but only in some country. But man, I want to get my hands on this, bro. Why couldn't we get this? Why couldn't we get this in Revolution? How come we're getting this now? Why? Why are we getting this now? It's annoying, man. It's annoying, man. But I don't care, man. I don't care. I love it so much. I love it. We're finally getting a Donald. And then next they might make a Douglas as well, since he's a twin. So that'll be cool. I hope they don't pull a play rail on us, man. But once again, I won't have it on my local Walmart, cause it's a 2-pack. So I had to order it online and pray to God that it's scalped to hell. Diecast, man. Ugh. I've been getting into diecast recently. I really love the diecast line. If you don't know, the diecast line is like, you know, any other diecast toys, just a smaller, you know, cheaper alternative, but like, you know, diecast made out of like metal and stuff. Thomas Friends had it for quite a long. Actually, it's one of the most this first actual toy range they had, Erdo range. I mean, of course they had other stuff, but this is like the actual like first during the Thomas and Friends show. So yeah, it's been through a lot in this last couple of years, man. Like remember, it's Erdo, then Take and Play. All right, it was a lot more smaller and less accurate, but it was really good. And it was like actually like full on metal, like actually like some models like Duck I have, like it's actually like weighs like a fucking brick. But then, you know, Mattel got the license to, you know, make this toy, so they kind of copied it, but like changed some things, you know, like adding more plastic area so it won't, you know, feel like a brick. But then they started like changing some things, like added pinwheel, which is honestly a good change, you know. Then they started like redesigning some of the engines to have less details, but it's still, you know, it's still the same model, but just less detailed, which is fine. Up until Take and Play 2014, where they just literally just squished them and made the magnets it's just annoying, man. Then they reintroduced it into Adventures or Collectible Railway, which has an interlock system. It was pretty good, but it had the same problem with just, you know, the model just looks like shit. And then they said, well, if it looks like shit, why not make it shittier? So they redesigned it to fit on the Trackmaster track, and it just made them look awful. The wheels and then, of course, that was replaced with the All Engines Go, which is the best. I love it. I love the diecast All Engines Go diecast. Like Edward, which was released this year, just looks. He has these accurate wheels. When was the last time we've seen these wheels? Oh, you know, 11 years ago? Like, man, I really love it so much, dude. And I want to get the other big engines as well, because they just look amazing. Also, they're making a Winston as well. Like, wow, that's cool. A Toby as well, a diecast Toby that actually looks pretty good. Yeah, this is better, far better than what we got like a couple years ago. And now they're releasing a Duck as well. Like, they're releasing a Duck as well? Holy, bro. Like, sure, it's All Engines Go, but I don't care. And I can't wait till they make the motorized one, which they'll probably will do, because it's Duck, man. They will do the motorized Duck. I hope. Same with Donald. Duck it's kind of being like going to be released next year, but in some countries he's actually already being released. If I can find some pictures, and I will show him, like, you know, someone actually finding it on stores. It just looks so cool, man. I can't wait, man. Like, my duck collection is ever growing, especially my diecast. Like, I got the Ertl duck, I got the take along duck. I just need the other ducks. They are also doing color changers, where they like change colors to if you add them in water, which is actually pretty cool. And I'm surprised they didn't do this like earlier, especially these guys. Like, I remember Mattel like actually like make, you know, the Cars line, and the Cars has their own like color changer things as well, which is pretty cool. I remember watching so many videos on that YouTube back in the days. I loved it, even though I know damn well my parents couldn't fucking afford it, especially with these sets they showed as well, with their waters, like, you know, just squirts on them. Hey, that sounds weird. Like, I'm actually surprised they didn't do this sooner. Like, but again, distribution is shit. I really want the Bruno, but as of now, he hasn't been released in the US because, like, I can't find any US packaging of him. Maybe he has been, but like the wiki is wrong. But man, it's just a shame, really. It really is. Like, some of the designs are just questionable, but I love these types of toys where they're actually, like, you know, just cool little toys. Like, I love glow in the dark, you know, and these ones are pretty nice too. But man, I just wish distribution was better, man. You know, at least Walmart actually stocked. Oh boy. But we got a subline of this range. Plastic engines. Wow, yeah. They're like the diecast engine, but plastic and more cheaper. They still run on the same track. Yeah, so that's a cool, you know, unified track, I guess. Like, people thought they were gonna replace the diecast engines. You know, it should make sense. Like, they're in the same packaging style, so I can understand that. Why some people thought they're like actually gonna replace diecast, but they didn't. But it's just weird. Like, you already have a cheap line, but then you're now even making it more cheaper. It's kind of weird. It really is weird. But it's another good product just to fill the shelves. If they ever fucking fill the shelves. There's a color reveals, which is like, you dunk the engine in some water, like some container of water, and then they like start, like, you know, getting rid of the color and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. But I just wish the distribution was just better. You know? Oh well, only time could tell. Wooden Railway. Okay, you definitely know Wooden Railway. Even if you're not a Thomas fan, you know Wooden Railway. Like, it's a classic toy train. It's wood. It rolls, the wooden track, there's destinations. You've probably seen many of these in local libraries, stores, even in Toys R Us with a display. Honestly, it's one of the oldest living lines. I mean, sure, they have a couple of changes to the engines for the following years, you know, but it is the same line. They never changed name up until, you know, Thomas Wood came out and yeah, basically killed the entire wooden toy part of Thomas and Friends. Even if you're not a Thomas fan and just a parent buying it for your kid, you go in the store, you buy a toy, right? You buy a Thomas fully painted, and then you see the trains over there, yada yada. And the next following day, or the next couple of weeks, you start seeing these unpainted, you know, just small engines, and yeah, you're starting to smell the bullshit, all right? You already start smelling the bullshit, all right? And you were like, what the fuck? I mean, sure, it's like $1 cheaper, but come on, man, what the fuck is this? And then they try to fix it again by adding now paint, but it didn't even matter anyways. The damage was already done. The wood line was already fucked, all because of greediness of Mattel at the time. And well, it got canceled in 2021. A lot of canceled engines, you know, the Flying Scotsman. Yes, but then in 2022, it got revived back into Thomas Wooden Railway and heavily improved on what came before. Like, bigger engines actually are being super big with a little bit more accurate wheel configuration, more paint, more printed on details. Like look at this Gordon compared to the old Gordon. Look at this Edward compared to what Ed came before. Like, they have heavily upgraded from literally a couple years ago. And then my point is like, what was the whole point of Thomas Wood if you're gonna do this anyways or go all out? It's just so weird, but I just don't care because it just looks so good. I mean, some people hate it, you know, the more printed on face instead of the sculpted, more detailed face and the wheels, but I don't care, man. This shit just looks better than what we had before. In 2024 and 2023, well, really had barely anything. In 2023, like, had literally nothing other than a day out with Thomas and the recall. Yeah, Thomas Wooden Railway recalls goes hand in hand, man. If you don't know, the recall was due to magnets coming loose and detaching. And well, as you may know, these are for kids. And guess what most kids do? They put things in their mouth. Any small things, a penny, a quarter, they don't give a damn, they put it in their mouth. I don't know, it might taste good. It's such a shame, like, the Trozo truck was like a main stable of, you know, Thomas friends. Such a shame that they had to be recalled. Yeah, and it hasn't been re-released since, which is a shame. I was really thinking about picking these up when, like a few years ago, but I didn't. And yeah. And the only new thing we got from last year was, well, Day Out with Thomas. And that's about it. Which I actually got. I got the Day Out with Thomas. I went last year, and it was pretty fun. I didn't win this year though, but they did come out with that 2024 one, and I wish I went, but yeah, sadly I didn't go this year. They released a pack with celebration engines: James, Percy, Gordon, and Thomas. For all celebration decals and different faces, which is actually pretty cool. And a truck, a slate car or whatever, with him like with a birthday cake and candles on it, which is pretty cool. Like, honestly, this is pretty nice. The problem is that this is a Mattel shop exclusive. Now, here's the problem with Wooden Railway will not be stocked in stores at all. It might be stocked in some toy stores and Barnes and Nobles. That store is where I got my my Wooden Railway stuff. Well, I wanted to go see a store because the box is open up and you can see, you know, the engines and how it looks, you know, kind of thing. But since they're not being stocked in stores, this just kind of defeats the whole purpose of, you know, open up the engine, look inside and see, you know, if it looks good, or, you know, you want this. Because Wooden Railway was a big part of the Tom Friends brand. Like, you can see shelves of these engines at so many stores, man. But now they're not being stocked in stores. They're only in sub-select stores, you know, toy stores and Barnes and Nobles. And of course, online as well, which is a shame, really, because I feel like this could do well outside of, like, you know, online and some specific stores. But again, we just can't do anything. And also, they came out with a Sodor Cargo delivery set, which is a figure 8 track but more extended in the middle with a cranky. And this actually looks pretty good. Again, this is pretty cool. But again, it's an online exclusive, and Mattel wanted at that. Two new products, or 3, are like exclusive to, like, you know, events or the Mattel store, which is a shame too. Really, it is a shame. We need Wooden Railway back to its prime, and I don't want it to die too, because it just looks so good. This is the best Wooden Railway we had in years. But not only suffering from a recall, and now only, you know, of course, now being only online or specific store exclusive, and not even coming off any new characters at this time. Like, we had 2 characters that hasn't been released yet: Carly and Sandy. Like, these were names that were mentioned in 2022 when the line was first released, and those were 2 were all Engines Go characters. Like, come on, man, we really desperately need new characters. Like, these new packs are good, but like, when are they ready to duck? You know, kind of thing. Because that's the thing with Wooden Railway. Like, they had so many characters. Even some characters you don't even know the fucking name of. But hopefully 2025 will be better. Hopefully they'll come out with those 2 characters I just mentioned. Just something. Just something. And that's it for the main brands, you know, the big boys. Now let's go to the other brands. Bachmann, they released Bo and Rebecca, and those 2 models are amazing. Bow, it does not have moving eyes due to its, this model being a lot smaller than the other engines. And yeah, there's no moving eye mechanism, which is honestly a plus. Because sometimes it just looks creepy. But Rebecca here, whew, she looks beautiful, man. Like I love, I love her design. Oh sure, it's the most stupidest design for a train, but like, man, I do not care, man. I would love to have this, but I'm already good with the Play-Rail one I have, so I'm definitely not gonna get this one. Stanley was shown, the model was shown, fully complete and not the prototype. The fully complete model shown, and whoa, my boy, man, my boy, this shit looks so clean, dog. This shit looks so good, man. I thought the Play-Rail one was the most accurate one out of the bunch, man. But this one, oh, I just throw someone out, that one out of the park, man. Oh, just looks so good, man. And then they announced Sydney, which is alright, I guess. It's fine. Another diesel, class 08, type of thing. It's fine. Alright, it's good. And then not only that, they're making the mainline the diesels that showed up and had a couple of voices, a couple of dialogues, and that's it. And then they get first merch on Bachmann. It's just crazy, man. This is just crazy, man. Bachmann, man. Like Bachmann, man. Like, I know you guys won't make a Stepney or a Diesel 10, but what the fuck, man? They also released some bands as well, so that's cool. They're gonna release some other stuff as well. They released Emily and Gordon, so that's pretty cool. They also still haven't made Bump Paxton though, so we still gotta wait on that. Also, they're making a diesel as well, because since they're making Paxton, they're going to make diesel as well. Those hasn't been shown, but they also announced a Henry, an N-scale Henry, which of course it's pretty cool. Honestly, yeah, this is this is a nice line, and the models actually look pretty good for an N-scale. And they also released some rolling stock, like Emily's Coaches. Since they released her, they released Emily's Coaches, and Henrietta as well for Toby. And since they released Henrietta, they're gonna make a Hana, which is interesting. Not a lot of merch, not like the other merch lines does Hana, so yeah, it's kind of cool. And they're gonna also do a brake van as well. Also, Lionel has finally replaced their Thomas model, the very nice Thomas model, and made it into All Engines Go. And honestly, it's for the better. I mean, sure, it looks a little more. It looks, still looks creepy, but a lot better than the CGI one. Yeah, and it's only Thomas, so no James, no Percy, no nothing, no Diesel, nothing just yet. People hate it. I don't care. As long as I don't have to see that hellspawn every single time I go into Amazon, that's fine by me. That's fine by me, honestly. That's a win-win in my books. And Japan, they did some plushies. It's just the same plushie, but with just like a lamp. One big, one small. Whoop-de-doo. They also did some brand collaboration with Peter Alexander clothes brand in Australia. They had some clothes, kind of weird. Some Railway Series stuff. This pajama set has some Railway Series illustrations, which is kind of cool. Honestly, that's kind of cool. Like, this is kind of rare to see, RWS kind of illustrations in like merchandise nowadays. Of course, this is only in Australia, so if you live anywhere else in the world, well, you're kind of out of luck here. I mean, they're kind of expensive too, and they do ship, but it might take a while, kind of thing. True. And then they have some All Engines Go kind of stuff as well. So yeah, the current brand. Yeah, that's kind of interesting and weird. Yeah, this came out of the blue. This like clothing sets just popping out only in Australia, which is interesting indeed. But at least that's something. Also, now they have started to make Capsule Play-Rail All Engine Go line. Just same like Play-Rail, it's not going to replace the ongoing CGI line. It's going to coincide with the of course, the normal line. So you have the classic line, and then you have the all-engine Go line, which is cool. They released some nice models, and you got some Thomas, Bruno, Diesel, Nia, Percy, and Kana, and some rolling stock too. So pretty cool. I'm not a huge capsule play rail. I'm more like a normal play rail, motorized play rail type of guy. But this is pretty cool. And thank God Tomy actually instead of replacing it the original line, they actually coincided with the line, cause the normal line, we got they released Thomas, James, Nia, Darcy, Jack, Alfie, Oliver, the Excavator, Max, Monty, Harold, Bell, and Rocky. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, we're at the end of the video. That's all the merch I can cover as of now. Yeah, that's a lot of merch. Hopefully next year will be a lot better. But distribution wise, I hope it will get better, because distribution is just absolutely awful. A shame, really, because I feel like this brand could go even higher if Mattel would just do something with their distribution. And it is not like Mattel as a company is like kind of like suffering right now. They all their other stuff is doing, you know, distribution wise is doing well, but Thomas the Friend, it's not. It's a shame, really. It's a shame. Like, I want to see this brand succeed. I want to see, you know, Wooden Railway come up with new characters, but only time can tell. Only time could tell. You know? Hopefully next year will be a lot better, and yeah, and I can't wait for the 80th anniversary of the Railway series. Will be next year. Hopefully a lot of stuff will happen in that anniversary. Let's just pray that Mattel actually plays their cards right next year. And yeah. Goodbye.